so far, everything has worked out perfectly for them. A win here will keep them undefeated. What a year they're having. It's the Raiders going up against the Broncos. Now for the call of this Week 7 matchup, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles.
You there?
Larry, we are at the foot of the Rockies as EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the picturesque city of Denver, Colorado. Tonight we close out Week 7 with a good Monday night matchup between the Oakland Raiders and the Denver Broncos. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. C.J. Anderson, and he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now whistles and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
The head coach relied on his eagle eye in the sky to make the right call and was told to challenge it, and it looks like it's paid off.
And from a coach's standpoint, when you throw that flag, it's probably a pretty tense moment. Here it pays off.
Yeah, you have that little bit of indecision. You throw it where you feel like you're right, and then you think, uh-oh, did I get it right?
I've already got it broadcasting. Yeah. Yeah, I did that setup process after our last one, so that way we wouldn't have to go through it all. Or so I wouldn't have to go through it all the next time. And it'll save it automatically.
They're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover.
Yeah, he says he's watching.
So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
Showed a message on it. Yeah. Look at it this way, at least it ain't, well, just hopefully it doesn't go the way the Jacksonville game went last week for me.
First down, here's the run with Anderson, and he's going to be met at about the
that one got ugly after 51-10 was the final score.
The offense, and you got to talk about the guy that they nicknamed Bebe, Charles Demaryius Thomas.
You worry about him catching the ball,
yeah.
but you worry more about
Jacksonville fell apart after the first quarter. Jacksonville fell apart after the first quarter, and about every time I got the ball, I'd wind up on about the 10. I'd wind up in the red zone.
Nice pick up of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
It's so important to establish the running game early in a contest because when you do that,
and they usually stop me about the 1-yard line, so I just ended up having Anderson fall across the line.
They like calling pass plays better than they like calling running plays, and with the way that they're running it right now, that's going to open things up to do whatever they want through the air as this game goes on.
It's a pickup of 21, and the Broncos are going to have it 1st and goal. They'll run Anderson, and he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. He'll look to throw. And his throw here
Okay, that didn't go the way I had planned.
Green is tied in, the intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change.
Well, I didn't mean for it. I thought it was still going to be the run that I had called. I forgot I switched into the run.
That's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. They look to throw on 3rd and goal. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
I will kill Virgil Green one day for that.
Catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Get moving, get moving.
So the next time we leave one of those coaches meetings,
I feel like going the other way completely.
how can we spend so much time talking about special teams.
Here you go. This is why.
This is why, right? And then look, I'm right there with you. We hear it every time we meet with coaches, but it is a big part of it. Look at how early in the game.
I've been playing since way before that.
And not only does it set a tone, it sends a message for the rest of the game.
Yeah, so much for our first points of the game. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he is going to lose yardage here. The loss of a full
I had a father that two sports that mattered, basketball and football. Wrestling just happened to be the other option, and that's it.
And there was a loss on the play.
He gets this one to Michael Crabtree. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
You're going to have to hurt him.
They'll run here. It's Murray. And he will get the first down as he's up to the 20-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
Carr now on first down. And Josh Hill has it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a pickup of 19. And it'll give the Raiders a first down. Now Carr with a give to Murray. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Couple of Broncos there in on the tackle. And Mr. Cooper, Amari, a headliner in this offensive unit.
Brandon, it's rare that you get guys so polished coming out of college, but Amari Cooper has carried himself like a pro probably since he was 6 years old. He is a terrific talent.
Carr to throw on second down. That's caught. The tight end Hill. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And a look now at how the Broncos line up defensively.
A former first-round selection, Bradley Roby is comfortable whether covering in the slot or outside the numbers.
So completion on second down, that brings up 3rd. Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper.
He's gone.
Caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Amari Cooper with touchdown number 8 on the year.
The injury might not have been that bad, and he just had to take that part of the game off.
And that makes it 7-zip Oakland.
Yeah, I have a cornerback and a strong safety that are like that. They're out for injury for like a number of weeks, and this just happens to be one of the weeks.
Send this one away. Now the return.
Yeah, but it does.
They juked him. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Broncos.
What do you mean your settings are different?
To come back out onto the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board.
You might have to.
We've been there. We've seen teams before.
You might have to check
on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now? Start over again.
That's why before this game, before we actually started the game, when I was going through mine, I looked to make sure.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. This is caught by Marlon Brown. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every time, and it paid off on that play.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
We are watching a runner having a really nice game. Carrying it very well, Vision is excellent, but boy, look at the help he's getting. Offensive line, I think they're pretty eager to block for him.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, what happened? Okay, it was in the quarter.
Football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a second.
You can.
Short yardage to start things out.
Like I said, I fixed up my playbook and then had it.
To pick up the first.
And then I just made sure after that, before every game now, that it's set to those by going to advanced settings. When you go to select your uniforms and stuff, I go there to make sure.
Second and 1 and people want to run the football. This is what every back in the league is supposed to do, exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
So if things keep at this pace, it might be the Dolphins and the Bucs have the only perfect record at the end of the week.
Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Marlon Brown, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away. They come up in an offset arm. They give it to Anderson. A beautiful fake. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there as they move the chains. How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty. Can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Emmanuel Sanders, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Broncos
Might have let Thomas go
away from tying the football game.
at some point. And that's off. Thing didn't ring me as hitting the button when it came back.
Point, and this remains a 7-6 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Yeah, I might have to let go of my main receiver, my number 1 receiver, when his contract ends. With the way Sanders has been playing lately. Then again, that could just be him being afraid to be let go.
On their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
They saw me cut players that were worth a lot of money. They know I don't care for the money.
Pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
One receiver to the left is Cooper. Throwing now is Carr. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. 5 yards is the pickup there.
Yeah, okay, now he's starting to get on my nerves. We might have to kill Cooper at some point.
When they see slant routes thrown, is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Looking left side, he's got it complete. And he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because they'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want
Only thing it's saving me at the moment.
Get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina Allen did that against Denver. They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper.
Oh.
A good pick up there, 20 yards.
Oh, that was nicely done.
Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so
I thought my guy had it when they landed.
The draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills. They say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
He did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater.
Tonto seems to be enjoying this very much.
Back in high school. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. Now Carr again. That's caught at the 3. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider
that was
touchdown.
bad.
Michael Crabtree.
So how many division games you got left? I mean, how many division teams have you got left in ours
As a former DB,
that you haven't started playing yet?
Perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there?
So you played the Chargers also?
Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
No, Nani's the Browns.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and
They got Drew Brees as a quarterback.
And to no one's surprise here in Denver, they'll
But
carry
yeah,
through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
it's us and the Chiefs and the Raiders. I mean, us, the Chiefs, and the Chargers make up what's in our division.
Do they stick with it?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the
Yeah, I got it.
drive, starting backed up in their own territory,
If we could, I would have done move.
they've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really
Or I would have done had the Chargers kicked out and moved somewhere else.
No adjustments and no good
Like to somewhere where nobody cares about them.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling the plays.
That's not good enough. They still got people that like them on some level.
Instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll come out in the pistol. Now Bray. Left side here to Sanders. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
That's going to cost me.
Intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them?
It's which is how I wanted them to. Just did it a little bit earlier than I had planned.
Always the first way to go.
If you love pressure,
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. On first down. Carr. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Their dangerous wide receiver. His second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that went over the inline, so it'll come out to the 25. And Denver getting set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd gone to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can...
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll throw now on the final play. On the move to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will be brought
I missed
down.
that guy.
His team has now run out on this first half of action.
I didn't even notice your guy back there. Caught the one that was going side by side with him.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. To return, it's DeAndre Washington. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way, because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Second half starts with a run by Murray. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
If it wasn't for the fact that I'd get in trouble for it, I'd start trying to put out bounties.
I'm not sure that you just totally abandon what you do, running the football. Maybe you make some adjustments in your run game and do things a little bit different.
On the game, no. In real life, I can hope for it.
Do nothing else.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, You really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target.
Thank you, Wolf, for hitting him. That's what I got for that.
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
They do. It's just very dependent on that offensive line.
Oh, everybody can hear my smile on that play.
And this is going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Michael Crabtree there, and it brings up 4th down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot, but they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
They'll send this away to the Rocky Mountain Knight, and it's a good one. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. Now we take a glance at the offense.
I was so hoping it touched the line.
For their first possession of the 2nd half. They were able to get the stop
Perfect
defensively.
shot.
Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
Because the game wants me to make a comeback and win this by a lot somehow. Don't know how that's going to happen, but...
with their 2nd down call after that type of a game.
On the right side, caught by Green. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that. And having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And they're going to speed things up here.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
A good pickup there on 20 yards.
No, do not listen to your coach.
A few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch. He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable.
It's Virgil.
Excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
When it comes to him, as much as I'd like to expect a lot, I can't.
Here on 3rd down, 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Man open left side is Brown. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the 1st down sticks are. Yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Yeah, man.
They figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Let's go. They'll run for it. Anderson.
One of the hallmarks of their success this year, they've been fearless on 4th down.
Yes.
And they convert enough.
Oh, thank you. Oh. I was going.
Right here to move the chains.
Oh, come on, he made it.
The red flag, he will challenge this play.
Yes. All I had to do was get the ball across. I never actually had to cross.
So the call stands as is. Not only is that
Oh,
the case,
no, that's luck. Pure and
Which
simple.
means that if anything goes haywire and you look out and you want to get it corrected, you cannot unless it's within 2 minutes.
He's brought down that time by a couple of Raiders. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Back to throw here. Third time tonight, he's intercepted.
I saw the opening and just waited too long to throw it.
There as his guys will get the football back. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
What's the key to this drive? Watching one of my players play dead.
Guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
On second down, here's Carr. Flushed out right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down after a good game.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
They come up in an offset eye. On first down, Murray. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Back now at the home of the champs, Sports Authority Field in Denver. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. Now Carr throwing on second down. Throwing the slant pattern here complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
The fourth quarter here, they got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the
Those 2 scores are still big enough to be a killer at the moment.
See more people stacked up in the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
One receiver to the left is Cooper. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it.
Down.
And this will be returned to right around the 30.
I don't know why my guy turned around after he got it.
Offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I was in a quarterback, the number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3.
No, it didn't.
Offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or
Otherwise, it would have gotten ugly and I'd have won
he's
big.
going to turn things around.
We'll see what they do. Now we'll run with Anderson.
Ooh, you did.
Down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence, because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
And the hit
Oh.
loose. It's incomplete. So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. Now Just intercepted him. They're just forcing
Why
it into too many
jump for it?
It was almost a fourth pick of the game. And now fourth down.
If I knew why he jumped for it, I might have had a shot at understanding that one. He had no need to jump for it.
Trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. And it's caught over the middle by the tight end Green. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a first down.
At times it works better when you're not doing a user versus user deal.
To him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. A gain of 3, second down. See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Back to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. C.J. Anderson with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Broncos...
Safety was covering one of my receivers.
Back involved. What's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Team for the Raiders able to secure it. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
He was trying to hit Jameis Olawale, and now it's second down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now third down. And this situation with a lead.
Now, if only they'd played like this through the whole game.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. Puts a little bit more pressure on your big.
Seriously, where was this the whole game?
It's knocked away, and I think the defender's going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him. And that was a play made by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher.
He apparently doesn't know me that well.
And if they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
They'll set up a throw. His throw incomplete.
Normally he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the fourth with the football. So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
A bullet throw, but incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The play clock's running down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree. All right? But he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm willing to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
Yeah, Tonto, you got that right.
Throw on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target.
Why, number 30? Why? It fell right into your hands.
Because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
On 3rd down, Murray. And they'll bring him down at
and
the
he got it.
14-yard line. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards. And now a decision here on 4th and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Carpenter knocks it through, and that will bump the lead up to 11. So barring something extraordinary, something crazy here in the closing stages, that field goal should.
Yes, barring something extraordinary.
Brandon, this will be a great win for them. The better team's going to win.
Yeah, given what Skip was saying earlier.
This is taken at his 4. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what I think
that factored in.
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
First down, he'll drop to throw it. And caught, right side, Green. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and now it's 3rd down.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
It's 3rd down, 6 yards to go for the offense. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner. And usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Again, he'll drop to throw. And able to find Green. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a pickup of 17 there. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Now Bray. Green's got it over the middle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that...
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Back to throw again. 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
And barring something unforeseen, this will be the last play of the game. One final shot. They'll look, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. Muscles him off.
He's gone.
He's got daylight past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone.
Bray overstepped.
Defense delivers a score. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now give that man an oxygen tank.
It was a good one, just Bray overstepped there at the end.
I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that.
And it was a nice interception, too.
Well, you always hate to lose, obviously, but a division loss stings just a touch more for many reasons.
That's because you have too much familiarity. It's almost like battling your brother or your neighborhood rival. You know them so well, and they get to lord it over you just a little bit longer.
And there's only a select amount of teams in the divisions. There's only 4, and so when you go back and forth so often, there is that familiarity. It just makes it hurt, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and when you're thinking long range and you're thinking playoffs, winning your division is the way to get to the playoffs.
So for the Raiders, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Denver, they fall for the first time this season after 6 wins to start the campaign. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Denver, good night, everybody.